I think I believe B Simone because I think she reached a point in her life where she had fun up until now. So the men that she wanted to date, the niggas that was in the club, you know what I'm saying, people who had motion and action outside, that was lit. That when you come out there, everybody, she done been with them and saying like, you know, none of them probably want to get serious with her and make an actual relationship out of that. She's a little older, so she reaching that age where she thinking about, damn, I need to have kids soon. I need to find a man that's gonna be a adequate father for my children. Church kind of lays a blueprint for that. So I think I want a man like that. The other thing is, I think when she talking about religion, I think sometimes people confuse like a relationship with God and religion. So you can religiously study, you can religiously go to school, you can religiously work. That don't necessarily mean that you have an intact relationship with God. That just means you're repetitively doing something. So I think when she was speaking to like finding a man that you know would lead her spiritually, that's someone who actually has a relationship with God and tries to foster her relationship with God through himself and try and be in that divine type of order. Um, yeah, I think as women get older, they become more inclined to want that. But when they're younger, like I think it was Ruth or was it Brown Sugar or maybe the case that they'll quantify those men as lames. Um,
I mean, when they get humble.
That too, Bruiser.
That pussy get tired. What they say?
but I so not even say to some extent that happened to me. Like I when I was younger, I kind of
Oh,
when I was when I was younger, I used to think like the men like when I be going to the church with my mom, I thought those men was borderline kind of suspect just by the way they moved. And when I got older, I began to appreciate like actually they didn't perceive they didn't come off as the most valuable in my eyes, but I understood the sacrifices that they were making for their families and putting other people in front of themselves. So the things that I, as a child or as a teenager, would have idolized that they did not have, I realized that what they had as I got older was what real value and what real help you make inside your relationship with God and your family. And I can understand maturing into that space where you understand it.
Yeah, that's legit. Nala, what you got on this? You in here?
I don't believe none of that shit.
Listen, I grew up.
hate.
I was raised in the AMB church. My first experience, like being in a church environment. I grew up heavy in a church environment, and I saw a lot of committed relationships and people. I had a lot of examples of people who were really in church life together. It was really their community, and I saw the dynamics of divorcees. I saw the dynamics of, we're going to stay together because our money is in, we got children, we invest in. There were a lot of reasons that I was exposed to that, I saw women and men in church. However, what I will say is that even though I grew up in church, I saw a lot of hypocrisy in church. And, and it was always the single women waiting on the men who had been married for years, running to be up under a married man. It was like a bid for the men who, yeah, I was raised in a real environment at church where I was like, I had to learn that church was a healing place for people that were working on bettering themselves. I always thought people who were in church were already in a level of sanctification and ascension. And then as I grew older and had experiences with the church and the women and how I saw the women vying for a man in church, or like you said, they have singles night, they have vetting, they want to make sure.
Singles night.
Yeah, they have singles ministry,
Yeah,
singles
yeah,
ministry
they
where
do.
people
That's
come together.
I spoke about
They
that a little
come
earlier.
together
Singles
because
ministry is real.
Singles ministry is real. I mean, I even, had to participate in, the Jack and Jill, or, them vetting, men that were, raised from good families. And, I'll just be honest, I didn't want them. I didn't want those kind of guys. I appreciate it.
God,
No, because
men can't win, bro. We come to church.
no, but hold on.
I can bring it full circle. I know where she's going with this.
Let me talk. Because I do believe it's not about getting humbled. It's about growth. It's about, if you ever had that foundation in life and you acknowledged, the healthy parts of being in a church community, because every community has some toxicity, every community has some dysfunction. I've seen them lock doors on pastors. I've seen, just in the news recently, Bishop Whitehead manhandled a woman up out of his church and got arrested for, taking the church's money. So it's a lot that comes with those men. But I will say, in this age, the church does hold a lot of narcissists. They hold a lot of men that are peacocks.
Man, you had a case where God sent you a man, many man, and you still didn't want him.
Listen,
She got a point.
Listen,
Got a point.
my point is that I've had God send me many a man where I was a student, they were the teacher, I was the teacher, they were the student. And I got to a point where, because I did have a church foundation, when I went through certain types of men, not saying that they all weren't spiritual, that they all didn't believe in God, but some of their beliefs and practices are their mindset in regards to living a spirit-led life, meaning I don't need you to be on your knees praying with me. I need your actions to show that you're a man of God. I need you to, lead me in the sense that you can teach me things and be taught from me as well. But that doesn't mean that, women, where she is in her life, because she's experienced the good guy, the bad guy, the guy that she wasn't attracted to, the guy, that said he believed but really wasn't a believer. And it just gets to a point of growing as a person and evolving as a person, where you want someone to be on the same page as you. Like, no, I got sent many of men. Some were spiritual, some were demonic, some were narcissists, some were, just every level of character. Because
Now, I got a question for you.
I'm 53. So I'm gonna just tell you, I've lived many lives. So I can say I've had long-term relationships, but in my meeting and dating and engagement of men, especially in the church realm, I saw the good of, committed relationships, and I saw a lot of hypocrisy. I saw a lot of contradictions, and I saw a lot of women vying, to be the pastor's wife. And I always thought them kind of women were kind of shallow, just to be honest, because I was like, if you're going to church for God, then God is going to lead your man to you, so if you go in there with the whole intent to go find a man, and you have to be the preacher's, the first lady, it's just like, you just really have to have a different mindset to know that your pastor is going to have to engage in a lot of interaction with women. Yeah, I really, really believe that Jesus is their go-to, and the pastor is their savior or their conduit to, get them to that next level. So I agree on and disagree on both levels, as far as like, what B. Simone said, but it's also a level of like maturity of evolving to know, okay, I've been drugged through the mud, I've been humbled, I've been with men that didn't lead me, and I want a man in a spiritual way, Sweeney, to understand and guide me. And if I haven't been given that example, then that's just standing on the fact that I haven't been given the example or attracting what I want.
Let me get it straight. God sent you a man. You bought him a strap on, and then you divorced.
Hold on.
I never divorced anybody.
Hey, don't go back to that, man.
I've never been married.
Go ahead, Ruth. I'll go after you.
Go ahead, Ruth.
Church, thank you. There's young men in church that know that a lot of women are after them. A lot of women are after a praying man, and they take advantage. They run through the girls in the church. They become little baby ministers.
The pastors, my sister went through that. Yes, they feel it's power. They feel like
they're high value men.
Yeah.
So this is where that lack of accountability is.
Hold on. They also don't. They believe in sex before marriage.
Yes,
even
they
if
do.
They're ministers. They don't care. And they're
Church
like,
hosts
they
are the
know that
biggest
you're
narcissists. Men.
They
Yeah.
know that you're a church person too, and they expect you
They
to put
prey
out.
on that.
So
They prey on that. Yeah, they
No,
do.
I'm not giving y'all
Y'all
that.
had sex before marriage?
Yeah.
Hold on, Bruiser. Hold on, Bruiser.
I seen that a lot.
Nope, I'm not giving y'all that because
But not every church.
Yeah,
Not every
no,
church.
I'm not saying that. This is the problem, Bruiser.
Small amount of men.
This is
Y'all
the
ain't let
problem,
me
Bruiser.
finish.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
He tried to put the fire out.
I don't know what you disagreeing about. Do you go to church, Tony?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
Okay, so unless you've been in that environment for real, like you can speak from the outside.
But
that's exactly what I'm about to do. I'm about to speak from the outside looking in. That's exactly what I'm about to do. I'm about to speak from the outside looking in.
And Vic.
You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Okay, go ahead.
And there's a lot of fast food in church too.
Go ahead, Sweeney's. Listen, Sweeney's gonna wrap this up because we about to move on. We still got a couple more videos.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let Sweeney wrap this up, but we got something kind of related to it next.
Go
ahead, Sweeney. What?
Can't hear you.
Hurry up before they say, "Look at God." Hurry up.
Yeah, I was
Y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Was I breaking up though?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you was out of here, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the problem right here, because the first question I was gonna ask Nyla was, I was gonna say, so which pastor was you swooning after? Because
let me tell you why.
Oh, you gotta explain.
Come on,
You gotta explain. Hold on, wait. After I'm done, you
started something.
After I'm done, you can explain. Hey, Nyla, I promise. After I'm done, you can explain.
Yeah.
After I'm done, you can explain.
Yes.
Because I'm very weary of people who talk about like certain environments, and then it's everybody except for them. They be like, man, up in that church, man.
No, I never said
all them motherfuckers was degenerates. They was all up in there just wilding out. People was
came up with. Let me tell you something. I had.
Nyla, can I finish my statement?
Okay, yeah, but not the pastor. Let's just specify. I never wanted a pastor. Yeah. Because we talking about specifically women and pastors. Yeah.
But now look. So
no, that was Ruth. That was Ruth with a nasty pastor.
I wasn't swooning over their pastor ever.
So look, it's always when somebody come in and be like, yeah, man, I've been a part of all these churches and all them motherfuckers are degenerates. They up in there just moving in sin and hypocrisy and they was up in there sleeping with the pastor and the deacon and the pastor was smashing all the women and then you was sitting here like, how long was you a part of these churches?
And I was forced to go to church.
She won't even let you light your match, boy.
Listen, I was forced to go to church.
Put your fire before you light it.
Was a teacher and she was in a church. Her church was her community. Her husband was an usher that came to church every Sunday, holding up the door at the partying all night. And
hey, sure, what a dog sound at?
Yo, hold on. Yo. Wait a minute, wait.
I want to say this.
Hey, Nyla, real quick. Real quick. He was talking about. He was talking about Ruth.
Each other's houses. Yeah. So it's like, I've seen that, but not on no.
Nyla, like her credibility on the line.
Not on that.
I feel like it. All right, so we about to jump into this other video. We're gonna be able to say some more. We're gonna be able to kind of touch on it again.
I got to defend my name.
Yes.
You gonna talk about the nasty pastor? Okay.
Notice how
that was me.
I didn't say.
Didn't you say you just dealt with a nasty pastor a couple minutes ago?
Well, they say sinners always feel conviction.
Hey, Graham, hit the dog sound.
Okay, I might be wrong.
Yeah, no.
Correct me.
See, y'all wasn't listening. She said she at a time wanted that, she wanted to be involved. That's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with wanting someone that's on your same level.
No, we was listening. Her internet was cutting out.
Oh, okay.
Ruth said that one of the pastors was sending her Dino picture.
Can I defend myself. Can I defend myself?
What are you?
Go ahead, Ruth. Because you're closing this. We don't need no more responses after this. Because we got to get to some more. But go ahead, Ruth.
She said that the minister.
Look at God. Look at God. Look at God.
This is that tripped out shit, man.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
When you throw the rock,
the power of Christ compels you.
I threw a rock in the dog kennel, and all you heard was bow wow.
That says it all right there. Stopped you right in your tracks. Oh,
the power of Christ compels you.
Sorry, Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth.
Don't worry. We'll give you an opportunity to defend your name if you're able to.
Marcus, what are you doing?
Back up.
We
jumping into the next video real quick.
We all gonna freeze.
Yeah.